Hello, in this video I will show you how you can add servlet filters to Jira Data Center. Why do we need servlet filters? You need servlet filters to intercept requests which are made to Jira, do some modifications to these requests, or maybe do some logic on this request. For example, you want to redirect to some other place, or you can, for example, change the response which is generated by this request, and then send it everything to the user. When would, for example, you use a servlet filter? For example, you want to create your own authentication, let's say multi-factor authentication. In this case, you would create a servlet filter which would get all the requests, and then it would verify, are you already authenticated in Jira via your application? If you are authenticated, then you would be redirected to the page which you requested. If not, then you would be redirected to the login page. Yeah, that's a good example how you can use a servlet filter. But in this video, I will make another example. Like it's often needed, for example, to hide the field in Jira issue view using some logic. For example, if only certain users can see a field. And in my case, let's talk about assignee. So we're going to hide assignee from the issue screen. How could we do it in Jira? First of all, we could modify the field configuration scheme. But in this case, you could only hide this field or show this field. That's all. No, you cannot add any logic. Another thing how you could do it, you could add this logic to JavaScript. I will show you how you could do that. Let's say this is our Jira issue view. So if we open developer tools, you can find here assignee. And then here what you can do, you can by JavaScript, you can find this, for example, DT tag and add hidden here. And now the label is hidden. To hide the field where you choose the assignee, you could find, for example, this DD and add also hidden here. And that's it. Now it's hidden. But still, you can see your assignee field in HTML. Another way with JavaScript, you could just delete this path, and you would not be able to see assignee field in this element tree. But the problem about it that anyway, when you load the page, your script will work after you loaded the page, and still the user will be able to see first the assignee, and then the assignee will disappear. It's not a nice user experience. It's much better to hide it right in the server, and that's what we can do with the servlet filter. And I would like to add one thing, that I would not choose this solution for a commercial application, because this solution is very, I would say, hacky, because you don't generate the HTML which you are going to change. That's why in future versions of Jira anything can change, like or for example request paths can change, and so you will be spending lots of effort on supporting your solution. In commercial development, I wouldn't do that. But for the purpose of showing you how servlet filters are working, I think it's a very good example. Okay, now the next thing how we can do it with servlet filter. First, we go to our resources and add here servlet filter. The name of the servlet filter, the class which will handle the filter. We will see when the servlet will work, like request, forward, error. And also here you can provide the URL path. In my case, the URL path will look like this. That's where I want to catch the request and change it. But if you want to catch all requests, you should provide a path like this. Okay, so we defined our filter. Now let's go to the code. Here is our code. The first line here, I showed you how you can see what is the request path. You don't need it for this example, but that's how you can investigate later what kind of URL is called. So that's the code which is needed. So first we created our response wrapper, which will let us work with the response. It's a very simple one. Let's just have a couple of methods. Then we pass this wrapper to our do filter chain, because first when you get into this do filter, here you can modify the request, and then you already send it to the chain where all filters are, which will work with the request. And then after it, you will move over here with the response, and now you can already work with the response. And here what I'm doing here, I'm just modifying HTML. I'm finding this line over here, and here I'm just replacing the thing with an empty string. But here you could add your logic, like what users can see, the assignee, all the things, so you can place your logic over here. And then I replaced the content, and then I'm just put this content into the writer, and then I show the content to the users. Let's see how it works. So if I push it here, you see I cannot see the assignee here at all. It's disappeared. And that's it. That's what I wanted to show you. Hopefully it will be useful for you. Have a good day. Bye bye.